Welcome back to Straight Talk. Moving on with our impromptu year in review. You know the issue of land.
Right. Big land issue.
Yeah, right now, just for the end of the year, 2010 was the issue of the between KSS and Dewedunni exchange of land, the change of view in terms of value of land, how the decisions came to be. It's out there, and there's controversy.
There's no value to the land when it comes to monetary. You know, I mean, they want to put a dollar figure on it. You know, I agree with the school saying that it should be, if we're going to do that, it's 1 for 1. Let's not deal with this.
It's our land.
One. Yeah, it's like, you know what?
It's our land. It's not.
Who are you to say to how much it's cut?
Dewedunni land, or for that matter.
But it's a community. It's community
it's
land.
Community land.
You know, and the school is a community school. So like, what's?
I'm still reluctant at all to. I think that land should just stay the way it is. You know, and it's more for safety reasons than anything else. You know, the tree line there is a natural buffer from the seaway. It's a natural buffer from the ICG plant. It's a natural from the lead plant and everything. It's
there's enough encroachment going on without us doing it on ourselves.
You know, they're going to have to clear that and then lessen that buffer zone, that safety zone, and. I mean, they may say that we're going to put mounds of dirt to stop it, but, you know, regardless. If you look around, we're cutting half these trees down in this community. Somebody had said that to me the other day, that there's so many trees that are older trees, like ash, and you know, there's a lot of maple trees, and there's people that are just clear cutting now their property for development. He says, and I'm looking at that, and he's like, we're losing everything. So.
Well, one of the things to me, I don't know, if you hold land, you have a certain amount of land. It's this whole thing about whether it's privately held or not. But to me, the sense is that we've lost the sense of it being our land as a community.
Well, and us
caretakers.
being caretakers. That's
okay.
To me.
So what
it's
concerns
not
me
our
is
land.
when somebody
we're
holds
only holding it for our children.
Blocks of land to do that, the profit thing. You know, you're looking to profit.
Yeah.
You know, make a lot of money off of it.
So that's going to be an issue for some time. You know, they want to move grain in and out and other products on
and
rail.
And there was the windmill project.
You know, that's one. Then the windmill project. It was also part of that, and that's still ongoing. Although Hydro-Quebec did award them the contract. Now, everything that we've talked about, now they still have to go back to sell that idea
to Napierville,
to the mayor and to the council and to a lot of the community members. They're saying that they don't need their approval, but they're going to do that. And I say this, and I say what I've always said. You know, we didn't want the bridge here. There's a bridge. We didn't want the hydro lines. There's hydro lines. We didn't want the seaway. There's seaway. Somebody came here and convinced us it was the best thing from it. So now we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
We're suffering for it, and we didn't like it when it happened to us. But now we're going to go to somebody else and say, this is the best thing for you.
Yeah. Come on. I mean, yeah. But I mean, like, also, I guess there's a certain amount of, tit for tat kind of thing. You know, I'm just saying, you know, like, it doesn't make it right, but at the same time, it's like, you know.
No, but I don't.
You know, we do have to look at going outside of our own community to generating some kind of funds. Although I'm not sure of the complete benefits as to the whole project because I don't know all the details.
It seems like again, there's more money being put out than we're ever going to get back in. How is it going to work? Is the partners end up making more money than we do again? And you know, look at Rome, New York situation. You know, we're spending money there, and what are we getting back? Yeah. Nothing.
For me, the thing is, you know what? It's you do things in retrospect. You say, well, now we're going to consult. Decision was already made.
Right.
I take the same thing and say, you know, I hear what you say about all those other things, encroachments on our land. We aren't consulted about. Right. But you know, if you're going to get in there and you know there's going to be controversy, then it seems like you would have done this beforehand. The
Right.
other thing, the controversy about how much this is actually going to make, because there's a lot of discussion about how much does it cost to make a kilowatt of energy that way. It costs
we've
more
I
never-
mean,
than
in
you
terms
sell
of
it
the
for.
environment in general.
We've
Well,
never had a good
wind-
relationship
wind,
with Hydro-Quebec.
Is
You know,
it really
they were supposed to give discounts to the community because of the lines running through and everything. Your hydro's just going up, it's not changing. Now we're gonna do it somewhere else and we have to sell them the electricity. And then they're gonna sell electricity back to us. So how is that going to work? You know, nobody in this community is going to benefit. Some organizations may benefit from it, salaries may benefit from it, but
Well, and until I can actually see the details on the project, I think I would. I mean, it's an interesting project, something to look into, but I'm not completely sold on it either.
you know, I
You
guess
know what I
time will
mean?
tell, and it's something
Yeah.
that, you know, it's one of those things that although it was in the news in 2010, it'll be here in 2011.
Yeah, and if
believe
it
me.
goes through, it's going to be here till 2024,
Yeah, well, and then speaking
30,
of, yeah.
whatever.
Speaking of
It's supposed to be like
snafus,
20 years
Land.
or something before we get paid.
Land, I took a drive
Land,
down to
land.
Highway 30
And
to
membership.
Candiac. Land, and it was like, so this beautiful highway, and we're still wondering where the land is, and I understand now on the year in review that was put out by the KTV,
MCK.
MCK TV, that they're talking about we got this land back, but we haven't seen where that land is.
Yeah, they
Other
never-
than some
we got
talk
land
around
back up there like
Yeah.
the sewage treatment plant adjacent to Chattagee there.
OCR, on OCR?
On OCR.
Oh, yeah.
And so we have seen nothing in paper, nothing in writing, nothing, just a lot of talk about where things might be and where. So
Yeah.
hopefully we're going to see some concrete thing about land, but
Which is-
and that was one of the biggest issues. They talked about the land issue in regards to the membership.
Right,
We're evicting these people because we're running out of land,
right.
right?
That was one of the things that they
But it's
had.
true. They said that we're running out of land. We're evicting get these white people out of town.
well, land and services.
But didn't that happen back in the 70s too?
Well,
Wasn't that the same argument?
Yeah, but it was a different group.
No, I think it was a little
It wasn't. I don't think it
different.
was much land at the time. I think it was.
It's a principle of non-natives living here,
Yeah.
and then feeling they had the run of the town.
Was in
I
1973.
mean, there's a famous one account that I heard about somebody who was going to be removed, who sat on his porch with a gun, a French guy, and said, "Come and remove me," you know, that kind of thing. There was a more positive feeling from council and the people
Yeah.
involved.
Yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's always going to be a controversial situation, and you know what I don't agree with? I don't agree with the council is elected there to take care of whatever this community is supposed to be taken care of. I don't think you should have a say whether or not you want this job or you don't want this job. I think we're making that last home stretch into the elections. Nobody wants to touch the membership now because, you know, God forbid, if something else goes wrong, I may not get back in. So now nobody wants to touch it. It's a hot potato. Now Mike DeLille's like, okay, well, I'm going to take it. You know what? Doesn't he have enough on his plate? You know what he's going to do? He's going to bury it. It
Yeah,
ain't
but he
going to go
says
anywhere.
his position was that he had 12 years of experience on this, but he was one of the guys that put the law out there the way it is.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your experience taught, and where's the solution then?
And it's the same.
He said, let it run it up the flagpole and see
Yeah.
the solution.
And
But at the
we've
same
been
time,
dealing with this.
yeah, and the thing is I know like a lot of people in the community saying this has to be taken care of. You know, it does have to be taken care of at some point.
I know,
You know?
but it's a
It's
tough
going to be
situation.
relitigated
and,
through the
You know?
community decision-making
Yeah.
process. And-
So when the community is saying, you know, like we want this taken care of, we want all the white people out of town. What is a government supposed to do?
yeah. So you know what? It's gonna be a hot potato,
It always will be.
and you know, Mike DeLille's taken the challenge, but whether or not it's going to work or is it just going to be put on the side? I don't like the idea of okay, it's going to the decision making process.
No, they're throwing it out because that's a lack of responsibility, in my opinion. That's a lack of responsibility. You're relitigating it out there. You're saying you're absolving yourself and he, more than anybody, wears that ultimate sort of the buck stops here.
It's like one of the counselors that used to be in there years ago. I don't think he knew what he was talking about, but he used to, every subject, I think we need a comprehensive study. I'm saying all the time, I'm like, we need a comprehensive study. Come on. We need a comprehensive study only because you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
But
So-
a lot has been done. A lot of studies have been done. There's been tons of discussion. There's been, and it's going to continue. So this is
But
going to be an ongoing story
I'll say one
past
thing.
2011.
Yeah. The reason it will be is because until we have our own canoe in order, it's unenforceable. It's unenforceable under Canadian
And before
law.
they even done it, I said to on the show and to the community that
And they knew that.
It's not
They knew
going to
that.
be
And that's why it's irresponsible. Anyways,
Okay.
the powwow.
Oh,
The powwow,
positive.
positive.
Yeah,
The
nice.
our last thing.
positive. In spite of the rain, which we usually always have. I can only think of one
Yeah.
year where it didn't rain.
But for the most part, it was dry and hot.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was muggy and hot.
Yeah. But it
Very,
was,
very
it was
hot.
very, very hot.
Yeah.
It was well attended, and there were a lot of vendors.
Definitely. And also, I just wanted to mention really quick, there was some interesting sports things that were going on.
Live Like a Champion.
One of them was the Live Like a Champion and the awarding of the Survival School with the program Living Like a Champion, which was with one of these kickboxers or
BJ Penn.
BJ Penn.
He's,
yeah,
martial
and then
artist,
they're gonna go and
To
train
Hawaii.
in Hawaii.
Yeah.
And they're looking at breaking ground on a new track, so state-of-the-art
Yeah,
track.
over
And
at
that's
Survival
a
School.
huge plus,
Yeah,
I think.
that's
for the
another nice
community.
thing. Also, I just want to say congratulations, on personally speaking, through the Onaga Paddling Club. There was a couple of girls, Maris and Howie, who both, I believe, made the Quebec team this year.
Cool.
And
in K1
Marion
and 2.
Snow's illustrations in her book, right?
So much stuff going on,
Yeah,
right?
there's so much. So
Positive things.
Yeah. So thank you, Ganawagi, for tuning in. I hope we were a little informative. I mean, talking about the things that happen. There's always something that's going to come up, and we're going to be dealing with them all the time. But if you have any questions or comments surrounding this show or any of our shows, you can email us at mohawktv@hotmail.com, or you can email me at michaelstocksenior@hotmail.com, or you can get a hold of Ross.
RKM54 at simpatico.ca, or if you see me at the post.
Facebook. Facebook me.
Yeah, Facebook is a good
That was a
place,
big
yeah.
story. That was a big story last year.
We'll have to talk about Facebook on our next show.
It's the Ganawagization of Facebook.
And with
It's
that,
real.
It's real.
Once again, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to
And
everyone.
Onagiwahi.
Managiwahi.